And Dudley Sports, the home of the Dell, has been nominated to host the Midland Masters in 2010, I understand, Mick. And if the club obviously get that big event, you know, what a tremendous honour that would be.
Well, I spoke to the Treasury yesterday about this. I've only spoken to two people involved other than the Treasurer himself. That was George Foxall and Clive King. And the replies I got, what a tremendous honour. And I said, it's provisionally, I said, but if it is accepted, it's one of the biggest honours within the sport to hold the Midlands Masters on the greens of DMCB and Dudley Dell.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I can categorically tell you now, if it is accepted, it will be a huge success. You'll have a black country welcome.
It's an ideal opportunity to showcase your green facilities and
Exactly.
everything else, isn't it?
I mean, you will have a proper black country welcome to everybody what comes to the two clubs. Although it's two clubs and two greens, we will operate it that day as one club, and it will be called Dudley Sports.
Excellent, yeah.
And we will welcome everyone who wants to come.
Well, wish you all the best in
Thank you very much,
that, Mick.
Thank you.
Well, I'll just add on there as well. I mean, as Mick knows, at the management meeting, it was myself who proposed that it should be held at Dudley Sport, didn't I, Mick?
You did.
And I think that it's nice to see a major event in a different part of the country, if it happens, isn't it?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes. And I'd like to say thank you for that, Mel, for the support you showed to us at the meeting, for proposing that it was Dudley Dell. And I mean, everyone at our club and the DMCB club are very grateful for what you said and what you did.
And there's a pint behind the bar.
And there's probably a pint behind the bar next time to see you. I'll get Nick to pay for it.
I think it only remains really just to, obviously on behalf of Talkingbowls, and I'll speak for Chad's More Progressive as well, Mick, is to congratulate obviously Dudley Dell on your promotion.
Thank you.
We look forward obviously to welcoming you to Chasmore next year.
Yeah.
Wish you every success in the Premier League. I'm sure you'll do very well. You've got an excellent home green, which obviously is going to be a huge advantage for you. And thank you very much obviously for joining us and popping in tonight, and wish you all the very best for the 2010 season.
Well, thank you very much, Lynn, but I'd just like to say one thing. I do hope that we upset a few apple carts next year. I mean, we upset one or two in the first division this year when we went to Bolmere St Michael's, and we had 6 winners, and that was bolt out of the blue, that one. That was the turning point of winning the league, I believe. We needed one more away, and we did not expect to win at Bolmere St Michael's. We expected to give them a good game, but to go there and have 6 winners and win by the margin as we did, it was an absolute injection of, adrenaline into the blood for the players. And that was it, and it was brilliant.
Yeah.
But I just want to say thank you, Lynn, for inviting me here tonight.
Pleasure.
And everyone who's listening in the Premiership, just keep your eyes open, because I think we're the dark horses of the Premiership next year.
There we are. There you go, listeners. You've heard it from Mick himself. Thank you very much, Nick.
Thank you.
Thank you. Well, Nick, the Premier League teams are to wash out then for Dudley Dell next season.
No, I think he's fair comment what Mick said.
Yeah.
They've got an excellent home green, like you stated. I can't see many teams going down there and getting a result. I think that they will be solid at home.
Yeah.
It's hard to go and win away, but they've got a bit of experience on some of the Dudley the Dudley League greens, like the George, places like that. So they're going to know the George green well. Who knows?
That's right.
Who knows? The George might have to just watch out. They finished 3rd from bottom. They're going to just have to watch out for the Dell next year, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, looking ahead to 2010, what are the league's plans, Nick, for next season?
With respect to...
Do we have any major surprises lighting in the wings?
Well, Mel's informed me today that we've had 9 applications for next season. Obviously, we've got a meeting coming up shortly where we'll be discussing it, and obviously, we'll decide obviously the format of the league for the next season. We haven't got any plans as yet. The talk last year was that we were going to try and get the 3rd division to 10. Whether we look at what we've got and increase it, obviously, is a matter for the committee to decide, and ultimately it will be a matter for the member clubs to decide ultimately. So, but it's healthy in itself, the fact that we've got 28 current teams and 9 waiting to get in. So what will be, and we'll see. It's obviously the league's going from strength to strength, so
just butting in there, Lynn, it does make a point there. How many leagues have you got a waiting list for teams to get in?
That's right, yeah.
There's not many.
No. In fact, in some leagues it's the opposite, they're losing
that's
teams.
That's saying it all, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's saying it all.
Yeah.
If you've got 9 teams waiting to join a league, where is the one within the Midlands or anywhere in the country waiting to get into a league?
Yeah. So it proves that
it's proven a point.
Obviously there's 3 of us here tonight that are on the committee, so we're doing something right anyway.
Yeah,
so.
yes.
I mean, I've said it before many times, and I don't think it can be said enough, that just to thank Summit Garage for sponsoring the league, Nick, and hopefully that will continue into next year, because without the support that yourself and John and Summit Garage give to the league, we wouldn't have the cash-rich league that we have for all sorts of playing, and sponsors do need supporting, and obviously on behalf of Talkingbowls would like to thank you for your continued support.
We've enjoyed our partnership with the league. It's been good. Everybody refers to the league as the Summit League, and it's interesting. I was at the Midland Masters a few weeks ago and listening to Barry Booth talking to somebody. I was standing behind them, and Barry was talking about the Summit League, and I thought, who would have thought that I'd be standing on a Sunday afternoon somewhere in Coventry on late September, listening to a man from Stoke-on-Trent talking to somebody from Derbyshire about Summit Garage.
Yeah, that's right.
So we've got good coverage from it, and we've
well, pretty well known up nationwide actually. Yeah. Because when I was at the Supplementary Cup, John Crowther came to me and he says, he says, you haven't got any more scorecards for the Summit League. He said, I've got a friend who says who collects scorecards, and he hasn't got a Summit League card.
Right.
And I got one in my bag, so I gave him one. So,
yep.
Nationally now, Nick.
We'll send him a business card if he buys a car.
Well, many thanks for popping in, Nick. It is
No
much
problem.
appreciated, and I'll expect you, we'll see you back in, not Hell's Kitchen, but Paul's Kitchen next spring.
Yeah, no problem at all. Thanks, Lynn.
Thank you very much, Nick. Thank you.